Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. And in this video, man, I want to shout out to my man, Uncut Hoops, man. I've been subscribed to his channel for a couple of years, ever since I've been on YouTube. And I followed him over here from Instagram. He was originally on Instagram. I believe his page was called MJ's GOAT. And he came over to YouTube, man. And I followed him over here to YouTube, man. And the guy really does good stuff, man. So I wanted to do a reaction video to the latest video that he just did. I think it's titled The Truth About Michael Jordan's Career. And I believe this is like a series that he's going to do, man. And I wanted to do a reaction video off of something that he said in the video that I hear a lot too, man, about Michael Jordan is more myth than man. That's how he started the video out with some of these fools like Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright and some of these other fools, Shannon Sharp, saying stuff, basically saying that Michael Jordan's career is a myth, right? That it's more hype than it is actual substance, right? He's not really a man. It's just a bunch of myths, right? Like Paul Bunyan and stuff like that. They're tall tales. We're going to talk about in this video, man, because my man Uncut Hoops is out there doing good work, man, debunking this stuff, standing up against the lies and the narratives as it pertains to Michael Jordan, the era he played in, man. So shout out to my man Uncut Hoops again. We're going to be talking about the latest video that he did, Michael Jordan, more myth than man. And I want to thank you guys. You guys know the deal. Everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man. I am truly humbled, guys, for real, man. You guys know the deal. Thank you for rolling with me, man. And we about to roll with Uncut Hoops on this one. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, shout out to my man Uncut Hoops, man. You probably know his channel. If you guys are subscribed to my channel, you'll probably subscribe to his channel. The dude is legit. He does really good work, man. These are the kinds of guys I'm talking about when I say I know my videos aren't fancy or flashy like some of these other guys. This dude, Uncut Hoops, man, he does legit research, man, and he puts the work in, man. He puts in the effort and the time to make these videos, and they're really well made, man. So you should go check out his channel. If you're not subscribed to his channel, Uncut Hoops, you probably know who he is. If you know my channel, you probably know him. And like I said, I've been following him over from Instagram. And I used to see his stuff on Instagram, and he was always dealing with the debunking stuff. And like I said, standing up against the lies and narratives as it pertains to Michael Jordan, his era. And the attack that's been on Michael Jordan over the last several years now. They've been attacking Michael Jordan's legacy, right? The greatness of Michael Jordan. And they've been attacking his era by doing so. And this is why I tell you, it's very important that we don't allow them to rewrite history, bend reality, and we must stand up to this stuff. And I told you, I owe it to these guys. Those guys earned it. They went out there, they played with the love of the game, man. And they went out there and they earned their reputations. In Michael Jordan's case, he earned his greatness. He earned that legacy. It was not built up through the media. It wasn't all hype. And that's what I want to focus on in this video, man, in the reaction to my man Uncut Hoops and the latest video he did, The Truth About Michael Jordan's Career. And I watched the whole video, man. Great video. Like I said, he had some stuff in there for Michael Jordan's rookie season, the playoffs games against the Milwaukee Bucks, and Michael Jordan's numbers and the things that he was doing out there on the court as a rookie. Still to this day is unmatched. So, like I said, man, much respect to that video. And in the beginning of the video, he showed a couple of clips of Colin Cowherd and Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, Gilbert Arenas, you know, the same old fools, the usual suspects, talking nonsense, the narratives and the lies about Michael Jordan in his era. And one of the things that they talked about is how Michael Jordan was more myth than man, right? That he was more hype than actual substance, right? He was more flash than he was actual fire. And that's not the case. I've told you guys on this channel many, many times, Michael Jordan was way more than the hype, right? He was way more than that because Michael Jordan did not build up his name or build up his legacy through hype, through the newspapers or magazines. That's not how Michael Jordan built his legacy and built his brand up, his greatness, right? Which is why the Jordan brand is the way it is today. It has nothing to do with a hype or them building him up through the press, them creating these narratives around Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan earned all of this on the court. When you talk about Michael Jordan signing the Nike shoe deal, And you talk about him being the first player opening these doors for all these guys to come after. Michael Jordan sold those sneakers based off the on-court game. It was never sold off of hype. They didn't hype up the sneakers based off of just nothing. How could they? There was no internet. There was no cell phones or computers like that. Right? You didn't have all this stuff. The access was different. So the only way that you could do these things is by going out there on the court and putting on a show. And that's what Michael Jordan was doing. Air Jordan, everyone was selling. It was selling out everywhere the Bulls went. Sold out. Because everyone wanted to see this dude who's flying through the air. Who is this guy? How does he do this? They had actual scientists trying to figure out how Michael Jordan could hang in the air so long. Actual scientists trying to figure this out. Because the man was flying. Air Jordan changed the game. Shut it down, man. I told you, came into the NBA and took it over. No, he wasn't the greatest player when he came in, but he was the most popular player. He was the biggest star, the brightest star in the league when he came in. So all those sneakers that Nike wanted him to sell, remember he had that deal where he had to sell a certain amount of sneakers. He blew past expectations. That wasn't because of the hype, because he was built up through narratives and lies. Everyone watched him fly through the air. If Michael Jordan wasn't flying through the air, if he did not do those beautiful dunks and the creative finishes, the up and unders, switching hands, twisting and contorting his body, if he didn't do those things on the court, his sneakers would not sell. How could you sell Air Jordans and say, is it the shoes, if he's not out there doing anything in the shoes? That's the whole point. That's why Spike Lee had those commercials. Is it the shoes? That's why everyone wanted to be like Mike. Because he was out there flying through the air and doing things that no one had ever seen before. Not even Dr. J, not Elgin Baylor. They weren't doing this. But what they did, Michael Jordan took it to another level. That's Michael Jordan, man. That's his creativity. That's the poetry in motion. This is what I always heard when I was growing up, listening to guys like Bob Costas talk about Michael Jordan. The poetry in motion, that was Michael Jordan. The beauty of his game, but also the fire, the competitive fire inside of him. That's what made Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. You know, in the last Sunday live stream, I said that Michael Jordan's known for his competitive fire. That's what Michael Jordan's known for, the heart, the grit, the hustle. And I talked about that playing the Washington Wizards. And someone commented in the comments, I thought Michael Jordan was remembered and known for being 6-0 in the finals, 2 3-peats. And that's not what he's remembered for. That's part of his legacy, part of his greatness, right? That's part of what made him the greatest of all time, the 2 3-peats being 6-0. But Michael Jordan is remembered for way more than that. He's remembered for the competitive fire. That's what he's known for. When you hear people talk about Michael Jordan, what do they talk about? Yo, man, guy's an ultimate competitor, man. I ain't never seen anyone that competitive. This is what other professional athletes say about Michael Jordan, that his competitiveness was on another level even from them. Remember, guys, Kobe Bryant was a competitor, right? He had that fire inside of him. But Kobe Bryant was competitive with basketball. Michael Jordan was competitive with everything. Everything. He wanted to win in cards, golf, checkers, throwing quarters against the wall. It don't matter what it is. The man's competitive. There's a different dynamic there. That's Michael Jordan, the psychotic mind of Michael Jordan. It's the gift and the curse for someone like him to be that competitive. But that's what Michael Jordan's known for. If Michael Jordan didn't have that competitive drive, right, that nature, he would not have been who he was. He would not have worked on his game that way. He would not have competed that way on the court and gave that effort like that. But he was a true competitor. That's what Michael Jordan's known for. That's what I remember him for. The effort he gave on both sides of the ball, the competitive fire, the heart, the hustle, the toughness, the leadership, the swag, the class, the honor, the integrity of Michael Jordan. The respect he had for the game, for the fans, the love he played with. That's what made Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. It wasn't all hype. It wasn't media narratives. Now they're trying to create narratives around Michael Jordan. The 1-9 without Pippen, that's a media narrative, guys. They never said that back in the 90s. They never said it in the 2000s. I never remember hearing people say this about Michael Jordan, 1-9 without Pippen. All I remember them saying was he was 6-0, 2 3-peats. All I remember hearing was that Michael Jordan developed Scottie Pippen. He made Scottie Pippen. Now what do we hear? Oh, Scottie Pippen was the best player on the team now. He was the best all-around player on the Bulls now, apparently. He was the best all-around player in the 90s. Now all these other great players that played in the 90s, they weren't as great as Michael Jordan's teammate. Right? That's the narrative they're creating. That Michael Jordan's teammate was the second best player in the 90s? This is what they're trying to make it seem. He's above Hakeem Olajuwon, above Karl Malone, John Stockton. He's above Clyde Drexler. He's above Patrick Ewing and David Robinson. He's above all those guys. Shaquille O'Neal. None of these guys were better than Scottie Pippen now, apparently. It was Scottie Pippen who was in the MVP voting every single season, not Michael Jordan. So Scottie Pippen's better than Charles Barkley. He's better than Reggie Miller. He's better than all these guys. That's not the case. Remember, Scottie Pippen was Michael Jordan's sidekick, man. He was number 2. He never led a team. He was never a number 1 like a Clyde Drexler or Reggie Miller or Charles Barkley or Patrick Ewing, carrying a franchise year after year after year after year. Every single year and every single game, the teams are game planning against you. Scottie Pippen never had to worry about those things. He played with the game's greatest player, with the era's greatest player. And those are the facts. Now they're trying to rewrite history here. And what if I told you guys also, when we think about Uncut Hoops and the video that he did, and he's talking about these guys trying to make it seem like Michael Jordan was all myth, right? And it was all hype, all of these things, man. Michael Jordan, guys, remember, was built up through the on-court game. So I've told you guys, the media now cannot tear his greatness down. They can't tear down his legacy because it wasn't built through the media. What is so obvious about LeBron James, guys? The obvious thing about LeBron James' legacy, his career, is that it could be scrutinized heavily through fans, through us. How? Because it's built up through narratives and lies. So when they say, oh, LeBron James, man, scored 40,000 points, he's a pass-first player, that's a false narrative they're trying to create. We can easily debunk that, and all you have to do is say what? LeBron James has taken the most shots in NBA's history. You cannot be pass-first and take the most shots in the history of the game. That's literally hypocrisy, guys. Hypocrisy doesn't add up. Obviously, this man's not a pass-first player. He shot the most shots in history. Right? Does John Stockton have the most shot attempts in history? No, he was a true pass-first player. Magic Johnson, pass-first player. Right? So, once again, expose a lie and a narrative. LeBron James can guard positions 1 through 5. Nick Wright will say that all the time. A narrative, guys, another narrative that you can easily debunk and tear down and scrutinize. Why? Because it's a narrative. It's not actually true. So we can point to many occasions that LeBron James didn't guard anybody. Did he guard Dirk Nowitzki in the 2011 NBA Finals? He guarded 1 through 5. Didn't stop guard Dirk Nowitzki. Didn't even slow him down. Nothing. Did he slow down Andre Iguodala in 2015? No, he couldn't even do that. Did he slow down Dwight Howard in 2009? All 5 positions he could guard, right? No, he didn't do that. Couldn't do it. Couldn't even slow down Hedo Turkoglu. But he can guard 1 through 5. Meanwhile, they'll attack Michael Jordan's defense or his Defensive Player of the Year award. We've heard Nick Wright say this. The numbers, his blocks and steals are inflated. Once again, that's irrelevant. The numbers are irrelevant when you talk about the on-court game and the impact on court. When you watch the video footage and you see the Bulls and you see Michael Jordan playing defense, he's all over the place, guys. Literally all over the place. His recovery time, his ability to recover on his man is incredible. Once again, his athleticism, incredible. So this is Michael Jordan, guys. This is what he did on the court. It wasn't based off the numbers he put up or the numbers he didn't put up. The man was out there giving the effort. Remember, half of defense is your effort. Your want to play defense. And Michael Jordan had that. So he went out there and he made an impact on the defensive end, guys. It wasn't all flash and hype. You could point to many instances in Michael Jordan's career where he shut guys down. Shut them down. It didn't matter who it was. Ron Harper, Craig Elo, Jeff Hornacek, Gerald Wilkins, Reggie Miller, Clyde Drexler. He held these guys down. He played defense against them. He made them work. Gary Payton in the 96 finals. whoever it is, Michael Jordan's going to do the job. Remember, he guarded multiple positions. Michael Jordan guarded small shooting guards, point guards. I remember him guarding Kevin Johnson in the finals. So remember, guys, Michael Jordan's career, his legacy was built on the court. It's built over the substance that was Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan practiced routines, pushing his teammates. That's not hype. That's not made up. That's not just made up stories. That's what Michael Jordan was doing. He literally built up his teammates in practice by pushing them, right? Holding them accountable, holding them to the standard of the Chicago Bulls, guys. This is why the Bulls were consistent. And once they broke through that barrier, you couldn't stop Michael Jordan. B.J. Armstrong said it best in The Last Dance, guys. I remember him saying it. He said that Michael Jordan figured out how to win the game. He said everybody else, we were there to play. He was there to win. Michael Jordan figured out how to win the game. And those are the facts. That's all that was important to Michael Jordan. So what B.J. Armstrong is saying, in essence, is he knew whatever he had to do, and he could do whatever he had to do to win. And he knew what to do, when to do it, how to do it. He figured it out. 2 3-peats is the evidence you need to confirm what B.J. Armstrong is saying. That's Michael Jordan, guys. That's not hype. So when they say, oh, Michael Jordan, man, they just tell stories. It's all stories. No, it's the facts. The reason why the stories seem like they're tall tales, right? They're myths. It's because it's so great. You can't believe it to be true. I remember, guys, and you guys might think I'm crazy if I say this. When I was growing up, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old in the 90s, watching this stuff unfold, I remember watching Michael Jordan, guys, and he was so great that when he missed a shot, you were shocked. You were shocked when Michael Jordan missed. And that's not to say that Michael Jordan was perfect. He never missed. But he was more often than not on top. And he was more often than not making shots. You rarely saw Michael Jordan miss a wide open layup or a dunk. You just didn't see him miss these kinds of things. So for Michael Jordan to miss shots, it was not something that happened regularly. So when he had an off night or a bad night, it's rare. Those are just the facts. But Michael Jordan always can impact winning in other ways. The defense, the playmaking, the leadership, all that impacts winning. The way he galvanizes the teammates on the bench, that's not hype. That's all real. The 2 3-peats, that really happened. The guys he went against, those guys were legit. The guys who didn't win championships in that era were legit. Reggie Miller, Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. Those are legit all-time greats that did not win because Michael Jordan was blocking them at some point. So, shout out to my man Uncut Hoops again, man. Let's roll, man. You know I got your back, and I'm rolling with you. I'm going to continue to watch the series, man. If you guys can say they haven't seen the video, go check it out, man. The truth about Michael Jordan's career, man. And he's breaking down a lot of the rookie stuff, the playoff games, the footage. Like I said, great video from Uncut Hoops, man. He comes through the show sometimes and chats up in the comments. So much respect to him for coming through and supporting us out there on the Sunday shows. Like I said, man, I've been following him since he was on Instagram, and the guy does legit work, man. Like I said, he does his homework, he does the research, he puts in the effort, he puts the time in. And Michael Jordan's way more than myth, guys. Everything was built off the court, guys. This is why Michael Jordan doesn't need social media to hype him up. He don't need social media to promote his brand or to sell his sneakers. He can sell his sneakers based off the on-court game, what he did on the court. So when you put the Air Jordans on, you feel special. You feel a certain way because of Michael Jordan and the legacy he left, the way that he made people feel, because the effort he gave on the court, the way he carried himself, guys. I can't stress it enough. I'm proud to support Michael Jordan and the era that I grew up watching, his era, the 80s and the 90s. I'm proud to be a supporter. I've told you this, guys. I owe them. They don't owe me nothing. Owe me nothing. I'm proud to do this. And once again, we have the facts on our side. Me, Uncut Hoops, everyone out here standing up. Michael Jordan fans are the best. Uncommon Sense. Everyone out there, man, doing their thing. My man Angry Hoops, Hoop God, Steam Engine, NNB Sports. My man Rex, Brandon Love Sports TV, Too Raw for Sports, Ticket TV, Jordan vs. LeBron, Retro Heat Check. All these guys out there doing their thing, man, representing. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts. So shout out to my man Uncut Hoops again. I'm going to roll with him. I'm going to continue to roll with him, man. Great video, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.